Okay, I'm gonna be reacting to Inside Edition. And as you can see, there's one clown right here. Wait. One clown right here. And there's... Okay, I can react to one video. Let's do this thing. Oh, wait. I shouldn't have done that. I was watching something. Commercials these days, huh? Actually, no, sorry. Do New York actually gives a seashore pregnant? Okay.
Thank you. It's common courtesy giving up your seat for a pregnant lady. Everybody knows that, right? Well, apparently not. Actress Olivia Wilde looks as if she's about to give birth, took to Twitter this week to blast the rude people who left her standing on the subway in New York. No big deal, able-bodied riders who won't give your seat to a giant prego. I'll just stand right next to your head and pray I go into labor. Whoa, are folks really that rude? I decided to test it out for myself. I'm 7 months pregnant, which I think is pretty obvious. Will people give up their seats so I can sit down? It's rush hour and the subway is packed. Will my fellow passengers ignore me? I didn't have to stand for long. Maybe Olivia Wilde should have taken this subway car. I am really pregnant and you got up right away. Give me your seat. How come?
Because you have to do that. That's the right thing to do.
Next, I stood at the bottom of a long flight of stairs with a suitcase. Would anyone lend assistance to a pregnant lady? People rush by and don't offer to help. But then this guy goes out of his way to come take my bag and carry it up the stairs. Thank you so much. Actually, you passed our test. A couple people walked by us and didn't stop. When you saw me, what was your first thought?
I literally wanted to help you because I didn't want to see you lift.
Now for the real test. Would busy people rushing around a congested city where cabs are precious give up their taxi for a pregnant woman? Admittedly, I was a little pushy, standing right in front of people who were already hailing cabs. But this woman really warmed my heart. She gave up her cab without hesitation. Because I'm pregnant? Thank you so much. Thank you. So, Olivia Wilde and all you pregnant ladies out there, take heart. Chivalry is not dead.
Well, that's amazing. Alright, so let's see the other video. Okay, this video, you guys need to bear with me. Oh my god, this video is so scary. Oh my god, I'm freaking... Okay, let's listen to this. I'm full screen on this thing.
This disturbing image was posted on a Facebook page called
I hate
Global
clowns.
Clown,
I
along
hate
with
clowns.
messages telling school students, we want to play, see you at school, and it's going down tonight. It's the latest in a spate of incidents across America in which creepy clowns are terrifying whole communities. What is it about clowns that can send a shiver of fear down the spines of so many people? Watch what happens when this clown visits Elvis Duran's radio studio. A DJ freaks out.
In our studio.
The scariest clown of all has to be Pennywise from Stephen King's It.
You all taste so much better when you're afraid.
Now, these professional clowns say the reports are deeply upsetting and hurting their business.
It does make the job a bit harder, and it does make winning over the audiences a bit more challenging.
Dude, that is so creepy. Oh my gosh. What is one more video, guys? Lockdown stories. Oh my.
This is something you guys have been requesting the hell out of for a long time. It took a lot of time, but I finally found 3 stories that take place during school lockdowns. It was a typical boring day in calculus, only it was Friday, 7th period, meaning the week was almost over and spring break would finally be upon us. So everybody was getting antsy in their seats, I could tell. We didn't have a test that day like a lot of my friends did with their other teachers, so our teacher in the middle of class just decided to start playing games with us on Sporkle.com. He was a very laid-back teacher like that. As we were doing some brand logo quiz on Sporkle, I remember the exact moment it happened. Right after my friend answered a question, I remember the exact answer too, Adidas. The dean's voice came through the loudspeaker. He sounded panicked and frantic as he told all the teachers this was not a drill and to go into lockdown. I actually got the chills and I got goosebumps on my arms as our usually laid-back teacher too seemed panicked as he ran to turn off the lights and ushered us to the back corner of the room. We all sat in silence for about 2 minutes, and then the usual buzzing that came from a panel in the back of the room ceased, indicating that the school must have cut all the power. We all looked at each other, realizing this must be serious. A few more minutes of waiting later, we heard a man screaming at the top of his lungs coming down the hallway. 2 girls in the class actually started crying, which made all of us even more scared. As the screaming got closer to the classroom, the lunatic-sounding man started banging on the lockers while screaming, "I'll kill all of you." It was at that moment that I started to fear for my life. My teacher shushed us as we all looked at each other to see our peers' reactions. The banging then moved from the lockers to our classroom door. And that's when one of the crying girls screamed no. The banging on the door only grew worse as the man started screaming, "Open up." 2 of the girls in the class were crying out loud now. It felt like an eternity that man was pounding at the door. But eventually, he finally continued down the hallway, screaming like a mentally insane person, until we could not hear him anymore. I'd say 10 minutes later, though it felt like half an hour given the situation, the dean came back on the loudspeaker explaining the situation, which was surprising for him to do. He explained that some apparently mentally unstable person entered the building and assaulted the woman sitting at the front desk, causing her to flee the building screaming, and staff wasn't sure if the man was armed or not. Now this was before the school had cameras and could afford proper security, so the school was wide open to something like this happening. The staff had done a sweep of all the hallways and classrooms and couldn't find him, so the dean instructed the teachers to resume teaching, but to keep all the doors locked, and to not let any students leave for any reasons. The most disturbing part, however, is that one of the janitors working the night shift found the man sleeping in one of the storage closets near the back end of the school, and according to rumors that were spread by my peers, sticking out of his pocket was a .44 Magnum. The janitor must have done something stupid to wake him up, for example, leaving the closet door open, because by the time a police officer could arrive on the scene, the man was gone. My entire class, as far as I know, to this day, has no idea if this man was ever found, but I like to think that right now, he's being given the proper help that he needs.
Okay, this is already scary.
My school has 2 lunch periods. First lunch period is for all 6th graders and some 7th graders. The second lunch period is for the other half
Bye
of the 7th
everybody,
graders and all 8th graders.
and see you in another video.
lockdown
And I
happened
can't
at
log
the
into
beginning of
Roblox, I can't play
October.
with you guys, so
The day
yeah,
the
it's a
lockdown
bummer,
occurred,
and
it was
bye.
overcast and rainy. During the first lunch period, I heard 4
Peace.
loud booms. I personally thought